Ooh, has a really short stroke. Hey, welcome back to the channel, friends. A friend of mine brought in his 025 Stihl chainsaw, and he said he just couldn't get it to run, couldn't get it to stay running. I've already emptied the fuel out. It was old. I did put some fresh 40-to-1 mix in it, so I'm going to go ahead and try it here a little bit and see if I can figure out what's going on. Short stroke. It's not busting off any. Let's pull this air cleaner cover off. Throttle works. Choke. Alright, let's take the air cleaner off real quick. These 025s have a little bit closer confines in here when we try to look at them. So let's pull this off. Carburetor looks clean. As you can tell, the carburetor itself looks pretty clean. We can take a look at the fuel lines real quick. Let's see what we got. Got a little fuel here. Let's put a little fuel in the carburetor. Let's try this again. Let's see if it'll go ahead and continue to run. It may have fuel lines picking the fuel up like it needs to. Let's try this again. She's either got carburetor issues or one of the fuel lines may be split in two, hadn't ran in a while, or let's check the pickup on this as well. Let me look down in there. Well, let's take this hemostats. Let's go ahead and get this out so we can work on it a little bit easier. Set that right there. Reach down here and grab the fuel line. All right. Well, one thing we can tell is that the filter has come off and fell in the bottom, but the fuel line is still hooked up here. It feels good and pliable, but the filter itself has fell off. Let's see if we can't get it out real quick. Alright friends, what I found was this was laying in the bottom, but also the old filter was laying in there too. But this filter looks clean. Let's see if it'll fit back on here. The hose itself, the fuel hose, looked good. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it'll fit on there good. Okay. I could have done a vacuum test on that. I don't think it's necessary because that is hooked up really well. Let's make sure that fits down in the bottom like it needs to. Now friends, I run 40-to-1 in everything that I have. I have found that 40-to-1 leaves the piston coated well with oil. Also coats the crankshaft, and it always leaves a little puddle of oil in the bottom of the crankcase when I overhaul these engines, and that is a good sign, friends. And so I always recommend 40-to-1 in all of these, synthetic of course. Now let's try this again. I don't think that's gonna fix it. Go ahead and put some fuel back in it. Okay. Let's see if this thing will fire off. I think we're firing fine, friends. I think where our issue is probably going to be is it's going to be inside this carburetor. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adjust this carburetor real quick. Let's run it in. Let's see, where was this? Quarter turn. That's half turn. That's 3/4. That's 1 full turn. I'm going to go ahead and take it all the way back out as far. Screw it back in. Sometimes they get trash inside those seats. So let's see. Let's back it out. Half turn, 3/4 a turn. Now let's try this other one right here beside it. I'm going to back this out. Let's see where this one's at. We'll readjust this again. Okay. We're going to come out 3/4 of a turn. Both those are out 3/4. Let's see what we got. Let's just see if this thing will start on its own. That's all it needed, Fred. Now I just got to go in here and adjust this carburetor, but they also might have been plugged up. So by me backing them out and running them back in, gave them an opportunity to clean up as well. So I'm going to go back in here and adjust this idle just a little bit. Hey, this is what we all been waiting for. For the last month, I've been talking to you about this Hyper Tough. I've showed it to you in every video. So we're fixing to give it away tonight to some lucky winner. Hey, but before we do, I want to talk about something. First of all, thank you. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for watching. Your generosity goes a long way. Several of you have bought chainsaws off the links that I have shared, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I truly do. But I do want to tell you something on our members only. Please go in there and join that. I think it's a little less than $10 a month, but there's going to be exclusive videos for you. I'll probably do one at least every 2 weeks, maybe one every week. But I'm also going to do some member only giveaway, and I think one of our first things I'm going to give away is this brand new hatchet. As you can see here, I don't know about you, but every one of us can really use one of these hatchets. So I'm going to give away a hatchet to a members only sometime in the near future. So make sure you go in. I'm going to talk about some of the things we're going to give away. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about myself. You can see I wear a cat shirt. As you know, I was a master ASC certified technician for over 30 years. I've overhauled thousands of pieces of equipment, but I'm going to give you a little bit about my background, but I'm also going to shoot a few videos, some how-to videos just for members only, and some very special stuff. So stay tuned for that. Please feel free to go in. I will talk about this coming Thursday or Friday on the members only chat about a very special giveaway that we're going to be doing in the near future. And I'm going to show you some very special projects that I'm working on that I'm also going to give away to my members and also to the general public that watches our other videos too. But I got some special stuff just for our members only that I'm going to give away. Some older antique stuff that I've refurbished. Like I've got some old carpenter hatchets that I'm hand carving out of ash. Handles for, custom handles, and they will have my cross and hammer that you see on my shirt ingrained in that. So that's going to be very special. I have a lot of those that I've gathered up over the years that are just sitting around that I'm going to refurbish the heads. You're going to see the video, and then I'm going to give it out to a lucky member as well. So please go in there and subscribe to that membership page. I appreciate it, and it helps us go out and do these type of things as well. So without any further ado, our winner of this 37cc Hyper Tough 16-inch bar shipped to your door is Danny Gordon. Hey, Danny, you've been a trooper. You have commented over 40 different times over the last month, and you have been really engaged with our channel, and that goes a long ways in getting this information out. So congratulations, Danny. Hey, everyone else, stay tuned because we're going to give away a lot more stuff over this next few months. All free to you, shipped directly to your door. It's the least I can do for the support that you're giving me. Hey, and remember, love God and love your neighbor. Congratulations again, Danny, and I'll be reaching out to you. Feel free to reach out to me. Let's get together so I can get your address. Hey, just so you know what you're getting, Danny. Let's try. Hey, it's a very nice saw. We'll talk to you later. Let's choke it. Let's see if it'll restart. Okay. Let me come out this quarter turn more. I'm just going to take these out gradually, see what we got. Let's go. It's running. Let's go. We can see it starting a lot better now, friends, so I think we're making a lot of headway. We figured out what's wrong. I don't think it needs a carburetor kit. I think there was trash just from old oil and gas setting in this for so long. I don't know how many years it'd been. But we ran those jets in and out. I know that idle adjustment was way out of whack. So we're getting really close. We're going to get this carburetor dialed in, and I think we're going to have this saw running in just a few minutes. We're getting closer. Let's go ahead and come out just a little bit more here on the low. Okay, so we still need to get this carburetor cleaned up. I think we need just a little bit more. It's getting a little bit of air leak, but I think some of it, I've seen this carburetor move just a little bit, so I am going to stick the air cleaner back on and go ahead and snug it down, because I think all of that is good. That could be causing us to race a little bit. We did have trash in our jets. They were way out of adjustment, so let's see now what difference this air cleaner makes. I think we got it, friends. Put it all down. There we go. Just a little bit more. There you go, friends. Stihl 025. We come out, determined that the jets were clogged up in the carburetor. We adjusted the jets. We were sucking a little air on the carburetor, but that's because I didn't have the air cleaner and all the nuts screwed back down tight. I readjusted, tuned the carburetor. Alright friends, hey, I appreciate you for watching. Stay tuned with us. We're going to go in here and see at a later video and see what's going on with this oil leak. And I think we got our friend fixed up. Hey, I appreciate you for joining us. Remember, love God and love your neighbor. You know, when you adjust these screws on these carburetors, you just go all the way in And I generally come out about 1 to 1 1/8 turn on both the high and the low jet. And that's a great starting point. And generally you can get them to start on that, but on some of the carburetors, you may have to tweak it one way or another to get them to start. I've seen on some, you got to come out to about almost 2 turns to get them to start. The thing is, once you get them to start and get gas flowing through there, it allows the carburetor to start cleaning up. So you can let it sit there and run like you saw me do for a couple minutes, circulating that gas through that carburetor, through those lines, through those jets, just kind of cleaning everything up there. And then you can fine tune it, but you're going to wind up somewhere around 1 to 1 1/4 generally on the jets before it's over with. And then you just kind of fine tune it from there. You don't want it running too lean where it just screams. You do want it to gurgle just a little bit, as you could tell as I was revving it up. And I would bring it back in and you'd hear it go, and then I would back it back out and would go, it would gurgle just a tiny bit. That means you're running a little bit rich, and that allows the oil and fuel mixture to be a little bit more plentiful into the top of the piston, which causes to oil the piston. If you run it too lean, you're actually getting more air in there than you need. And the problem with that, it runs the cylinder dry on oil. So I hope that helps. Just kind of remember when you're adjusting these, start all the way in, back out to 1, maybe to 1 1/4. See if you can get it to start. You may have to adjust one of the high or low back out just a little bit to get it to run. After it runs for a little bit, cleans itself up, then just fine tune them both at that point.